What's up? I'm Sacrosanct. Some of you may know me as Hayden. Today we're doing an IRL video. Long time coming, right? So basically, this is going to be my face reveal, official. If you watch the streams, you already kind of know what I look like. And on that note, after this, I'll more than likely invest in a webcam. But for now, this is what I look like. Pretty cool, right? Yeah? This is what you expected. Alright? We got Yomper on the camera, by the way. Alright? Got Yomper on the camera. He's losing his fucking mind. You need to shut the fuck up. Basically what I'm making this video for is I'm gonna kill myself. The balcony's right here. We're about 4 stories up. What I plan on doing is jumping and landing on my neck, and that's how I'm gonna go. Yomper does not want me to do it, but since he's a good cousin, he'll do it anyway. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna kill myself, guys. That'd be funny though, right? But for now, we're gonna cut to the car. We're gonna go on a drive. You guys are gonna go on a car ride with me. You guys didn't hear that probably. Big Pharma is after me. Alright, we're gonna cut to the car. We're in the car. Alright, we made it to the car. So I'm sure some of you are glad, right? Some of you are glad I didn't kill myself, alright? And some of you may be demolished that I didn't do it, okay? Some of my haters, alright? I know I got 2 of them. I'm looking at you guys, alright? Shut the fuck up. You didn't buckle up. Yomper didn't buckle up. Guys, he's gonna die. He's gonna fucking die. So there's a few topics I've lined up for today, right? And Yomper has agreed to hold the camera for me. Otherwise, I would call him a bad cousin. Alright? You should have heard the conversation before I convinced him. Alright? Fuck that guy. Fuck Yomper. Buddy. So we're just gonna take a stroll, all right? Actually, let's go this way. I don't need a turn signal for that. We're gonna go this way so you guys have some street lights. We're gonna lose that pretty quickly though, all right? We're gonna lose street lights quickly, all right? And I know you're gonna miss seeing my fucking ugly mug, all right? I need to stop saying all right. You're gonna miss my ugly mug whenever we run out of street lights.
All right.
But it'll be coming back. It'll be coming back soon, and it'll be coming back hard, all right? This is the park. This is where we hang out, smoke crack with our posse. Alright, we love smoking crack. Love smoking crack. It's our favorite. It's topics I hold dear. Alright, I put a lot of value. I assign a lot of value to these topics. And I think you should too. Alright? I think you should assign value. Alright? Not just to things you like, but things that are objectively important. I may not always be able to get back up, guys. May not be able to get back up on the horse, but I can sure as hell crawl to the finish line with like my hands and whatnot. And that's what makes a good content creator. Markiplier, he falls off the horse. Ninja Tyler Blevins. We're probably cutting a lot of this out. Love him. I don't watch his content, but I love him as a person. Because Times Square thing. Yeah, I love that Tyler Blevins. Ninja Tyler Blevins. I like that a lot.
Enough movement.
What?
He's not seeing enough movement.
He's not seeing enough movement, alright? And despite that, I still respect him. Because I think that was a respectful thing to do. Even if it was a little cringe, alright? Everyone's a little cringe. No one is not cringe. Everybody has a lot of cringe, alright? I'm not even going to say at least a little bit. Everyone is a very cringe. In their own, gay way, alright? If you don't think you're even a little cringe, then you're even more cringe than the guy that fucking picks his nose in class, alright? We love that guy. We love the guy that picks his nose in class. We love him.
Are you gonna get onto the topics?
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, the topics though. Topics. I just had to mention Ninja Tyler Blevins because I said something about cancer. Topics. Family. right, we're going to talk about family real quick. And before we say anything about family, I want to preface that I'm not talking about family for any particular reason other than I think family is important, all right? And the thing I want to make the most apparent for those watching is if you have a traditional nuclear family, I want you to appreciate them more than you do now, right? If you're some kid, right, which you shouldn't be watching if you're a child, I'll give you some leeway though. If you're a teenager, that's fine, this will help. If you are a teenage minor child, all right, words that mean the same thing, synonyms. If you're one of those things, right, then I want you to listen very closely, right? If you're a teenager that gets grounded by his parents, his or her parents, yeah, right, girls watching my videos, funny. But if you are a his or her, we almost hit a rabbit, that's cool. If you're one of those things, you're watching, I want you to find members of your nuclear family, right? That'd be your father, your mother, sister, and brother, right? I want you to find them, all right? And I want you to hang out with them. I want you to show some appreciation to their existence, right? Even if you guys don't get along, all right? Even if you do not get along with these people that I'm listing, I want you to make it apparent that you appreciate that they are alive and in your life. Even if they make your life harder, all right? You may not always have these people forever, all right? I keep saying it. I keep fucking saying it. You're not going to have them forever. They're going to die, probably before you. And you know that if you died before them, they'd fucking cry. They'd fucking miss you. And that's why you need to appreciate them, all right? And I'm not saying that these people may or may not make your life harder and hard enough to the point where you would not miss them if they died, all right? You would not cry at their funeral, right? I do not believe that these people would hurt you like that, hurt you enough to do that. If your mom takes away your phone, you tell her you hate her, you're a bitch, all right? You're a fucking bitch. You're a little bitch.
For real.
And there's no way around that. If you hate your mom because she punished you, even if it was out of pocket, out of line, right? If it was out of pocket or out of line, even then, she's your mother, all right? She's your mom. I'm not saying you should respect every adult just because they're an adult. That's stupid. Adults hardly deserve the respect that is given to them, but it's still due, all right? Even if you don't deserve respect, you still expect respect. That's kind of a mouthful. But respect, it doesn't always have to be an innate thing. I heartily respect everybody that I talk to. You know, I'm a little neutral. I meet someone new, I'm neutral. I'm not going to start sucking your dick. You know that your mother and father do a lot for you, right? They keep you housed. They wash your laundry. Maybe you're in charge of your own laundry. I wonder why that is. Maybe it's to build discipline, right? I know. It's such a cliche thing to say. Making you wash your own laundry is discipline, right? But it does, all right? If you're not told to do these things when you're younger, you're going to be a lazy, stupid piece of shit when you're older. And you see it all the time. Parenting your family. Your family is very important when you're younger, all right? And you're not going to realize it unless it's spelled out for you. If you are lucky enough to have a traditional nuclear family where you have both your biological parents, or maybe you're adopted, if you have two parents and maybe some siblings that loved you enough to take care of you for this fucking long, then you need to show appreciation to them. Not just because, alright? Not just because they're your family, but because they have done a lot for you, whether you remember it or recognize it at all, alright? Yomper understands this, whether he has formulated it in his mind or not, and so do you, sometimes it takes some fucking loser sitting in his car driving on a gravel road for you to realize that you love your family, alright? Everyone has heard that you should appreciate your family while they're here, because they're not going to be here forever. You do not realize how short that is, because they really aren't here forever, and neither are you. You have 4,000 weeks in your life if you're lucky. Every month you have lived 1,000th of your life, right? Now, even shorter amount of time is what you have with those that love you, right? The crotch that you came out of, your mother, right? Even shorter amount of time with her, because you're gonna move out, right? That's gonna take away some time. Your mother is at least twice your age, probably. At least twice your age. So that means she has half as much time, and I don't know if the math checks out there, but the point still stands, right? She has half as much time as you have on this earth left, alright? And you should spend it with her as much as you can, alright? Especially your mother and father. You know, your siblings, you're less likely to get along with them, because sometimes siblings are asshole dicks, right? It happens. That's also a cliche, but for good reason. Because they'll come into your room, they'll beat your ass because it's funny, and I can't blame them. That is funny. It happened to me a little bit, you know. And I shouldn't say my brothers beat the shit out of me. They didn't do that. But they did some funny stuff that I didn't like. I think that's funny now, alright? And it helps you grow. Whether you like it or not, whatever your siblings do to you, unless they're like raping you, it's going to make you a better person usually, alright? It's going to show you how to interact with those outside your house. Now, if you are not lucky enough to have siblings, or if your siblings are much older and are out of the house, then you may have a harder time adopting some of these characteristics that comes with having siblings. And let's make a comparison here, alright? So, just like how you learn most things, the more you're around something, the more you learn about it, right? That's just a general rule of thumb. The more you're around it, the more you learn, alright? And a lot of this, let's say English, for example. Let's say you're learning English, whether you're a baby or a Mexican guy from Mexico. Whether you're one of those, or that sounded really derogatory, whether you're a Mexican from Mexico whose first language is Spanish, or you're a baby that just came out of the womb, the more you hear English, the more you're gonna learn, right? And when you're a young child that doesn't speak English, you're either around your mother and father or around your siblings, right? And your siblings, especially, right? Depending on how old they are, they're going to teach you words, right? And sometimes they're not always good words, right? In my experience, I had a potty mouth when I was little, and that is due to my brothers, right? It was funny. I didn't get spanked. I didn't get spanked. But just like that, you know, siblings will do English for you, right? They'll help you with your English. It's a good way to become advanced in your early life. If you're one of those advanced kids, one of those gifted kids that's fucking burnt out in high school, you get shit grades. Everyone claims to be a gifted kid, alright? None of you are gifted. You're stupid, alright? Anybody who's done moderately well in elementary school, you are not gifted. But if you are one of these self-proclaimed gifted kids, if your parents or teachers have sucked your dick enough where you have an ego about how intelligent you are and how advanced you are for your age, you are not special, alright? And if you are one of these gifted children, it's very likely that you have a sibling or two that are older than you, because you are exposed to their homework, right? Which exposed to the language they use. You know, they might be talking to peers, right? You might be advanced in that way. So you can do a lot of learning from your siblings. And whether you think you've learned from your siblings or not, you should appreciate them, because that's what siblings are for, right? Someone to share your ideas with. Someone to talk to, right? They're your peer. They're your family as well. You can share things with them that you can't share with anybody else sometimes, right? And again, it's not like, in my own experience, this is my thoughts, right? I'm not speaking anecdotally here. I don't speak to my brothers that often. I wish I did. But them and I are different people. And that doesn't mean we don't get along, right? We get along because we are similar, right? We are brothers. We get characteristics from each other. It's funny, hoo-ha, the whole world works. Siblings, though. Siblings are important. Family is important. If you do not have a nuclear family, if you have a stepfather or a stepmother, or if you live with your grandparents, or if you live with a foster family that doesn't quite own you, alright, then you probably understand the effects of not having a nuclear family, alright? Maybe you have a single father, maybe you have a single mother, maybe you live with extended family, like cousins, like maybe you live with Yomper. I don't fucking know, I don't live there. Maybe you live with Yomper. I know I don't. You may appreciate other people's families, alright? You might go over to your friend's house, and he has a mother and father, and you see the dynamic between that mother and father, and you say, man, I wish I had that. Man, I sure wish I had a mom and dad. Crazy, right? It's one of those empathy things. You feel what your friend feels, and you may see that your friend does not appreciate his family like you would if you had it, right? And basically what this part of the video is supposed to do is, I want you to feel like you live in a foster family that doesn't quite own you, right? Maybe they don't get you. Maybe you guys don't see each other's family. Maybe you live with your grandparents. Maybe your mom and dad died or went to jail. Or maybe they just don't like you, so you don't live there. I want you to put yourself in those shoes, and then I want you to think about the family that you have, alright? And appreciate the times you've had together, and the times you will have together. Because sometimes you don't appreciate your family. Maybe they are assholes sometimes, and sometimes that's your fault. You can put in a little more effort. You can suck a little dick and see if they appreciate it and treat you better back, alright? Because unfortunately, that's what you gotta do. You gotta suck dick sometimes. I obviously don't mean that literally. I do mean that as in be nice to them for no reason, right? You would like it if somebody was nice to you for no reason. And you would also like it if people were nice to you for a reason, alright? Especially that last part. And how you get that is you be nice to them for no reason. You be overly nice when there is a reason. And that's how you manipulate your family to loving you more. It works every time, alright? I haven't tested this because it'd be very off-brand, out of character for me to be nice, alright? Overly nice, that is. Because I am very mean. I'm a mean-spirited person. I will tell you to shut up, even if you're saying something I agree with. So when I am nice, that's special. People appreciate that. And it makes me feel good. Just to be a little nice, just to say thank you whenever somebody gives me something or says something to me that's nice. And I say thank you. That feels good for both parties. Now, that does not mean that you can do what I do, because you're not me. And it just doesn't work, really. I'm cool with how my life is, you know, but I wish that I would have been sucking some dick earlier on, alright? Sucking dick can make your life so much easier. And again, I do not mean that literally. And regardless of your race or gender, sexuality, do not be sucking dick, alright? We don't like that. We don't do that. Yomper has just informed me that he's being a little bitch. And I'm going to be a contrarian, right? I'm going to be a fucking contrarian and go as slow as I possibly can while recording, right? He wants me to speed it up. I'm not going to do that because I appreciate being in the car with Yomper right now. I appreciate what he's doing for me, right? I'm glad that I can bring in the people that I love to make content with me, right? You got Mr. Relock. He calls it Rylock. He made the name. However, it is Relock. We got him. We got Yomper. Arjun and Stephanie. You know, we got all those people. All these people that I love. When I can make content with them, that is special to me. Right? That's what gets my gears going. That's what makes me wake up.
This dude's getting a boner.
I'm not. Right, but even Yomper holding the camera for me, just sitting in the passenger seat, doing little quips behind the camera. I appreciate that. And it's subjective whether that is effort or not. It seems like little effort to me, but it may be more effort to him. And that's why I appreciate it with my entire heart, right? Because he's doing something that's important to me.
Hop
right?
off my meat.
And that's probably something that's important to him. And now I'm mean to Yomper. I'm very mean to Yomper all the time. You see it in the videos, and it does not change outside of the videos. I'm very mean to him. But deep down, we both know that we love each other, right? No homo. I would not suck his dick. That is not for a lot of money, all right? I would do it for a lot of money, but just once. Now, don't take that out of context. Actually, go ahead, I don't care. Right, but it's just like that appreciation I have for my cousin, right? My first cousin once removed. The appreciation I have for him right now is how you should appreciate your nuclear family. Because they do a hell of a lot more than just holding a camera for you and sitting in your car and talking to you, right? They do more than that. Listen, Yomper does a lot, right? He doesn't just hold the camera, right? He's always there for me. I can always text him. I can tell him stuff, right? I can talk to him. He's like a brother to me. No homo. Not to be a meat writer, right? I don't like writing dick. But he is like a brother. Despite him being my cousin, right?
Once removed.
Not even my first cousin, alright? So, that love and affection, right? Maybe not so affection that I have for Yomper, you should have for your nuclear family. And if you have any comments on that, leave them in the comments so I can say I don't care if your dad hit you, and if he's making an effort to not hit you, or maybe if you deserved being hit, right? That might be a controversial statement. Sometimes you deserve it. The context would be your age. If you're like 16 and have a loud mouth and don't appreciate your parents, I'm not saying he should sock you in the mouth, but I'm not saying he should just spank you, right? Because I know what it's like to be a little shit, alright? I've been doing it for most of my life. I've been a little shit for a while now, alright? And that basically makes me an expert on what is deserving of punishment, alright? If you're back-mouthing for no reason, just because you think it's funny, it might be funny, but it could be mad disrespectful if you're like, I'm not keeping that in. Look at this dude with the bowler shirt.
Look at this dude with the white striped Nike shoes.
Look at this fucking dude with the bowler shirt. Fucking Charlie Sheen looking ass neighbor.
Fucking bug teeth.
If you say that to your father when he's wearing a fucking bowler t-shirt, right? And he doesn't really like what you say, like, yeah, you might get smacked, right? I'm not saying I got smacked, but riddle me this. How did I turn out, alright? I'm still a little shit. I'm still a little stinker. And I didn't get smacked, alright? I got spanked very minimally, because I was a good kid, but I was a smart ass. I was a piece of shit. And if you're one of those people, other people are not going to want to hang out with you. If they do hang out with you, they either only tolerate you, or they feel bad for you, or they're obscenely autistic and have nothing else to do. And that autism thing is a real deal, alright? When you're autistic, right, like me, I'm like the golden boy of autism. If you are autistic, let's say in a school environment, you're gonna think that cool people in your school are actually cool. They're not. Alright? Anyone that's cool is actually gay. Alright? That's true. That is real. If you are cool in school, you are gay. And if you aspire to hang out with these people that are cool, right, you're also gay. But moreover that, you are autistic. You are so starved to hang out with somebody you think is cool when you should actually hang out with peers, right? People that understand you. Maybe fellow autistic people, right? And depending how autistic you are, you may think that people with autism are weird and annoying. But what you got to understand is that that's what people think about you, all right? Listen, I was autistic in school. Now, I was less, make friends with the cool people autistic. I was more, I don't know when I'm being bullied autistic, right? There were people a couple grades ahead of me that didn't like me, and I had no reason to think that. I had no way of knowing that. But recently, I have spoken with someone that was in one of those grades, and they informed me that he had to stick up for me because his classmates would talk shit constantly. And do you know why they would talk shit on me? It's because of the autism, right? Now, it's not innate that I'm autistic, all right? In fact, the claims of me being autistic are quite unfounded. However, it is a good stand-in for saying socially unaware. And the reason why they did not like me was because I always had something to say. It was because of my big, smart-ass mouth that people did not like me. And it showed, all right? I always had something to say. And now, they were not cool either, right? They were cool, right? And the fact that you want to be friends with them if you're autistic and have no friends and you only aspire to be with the popular people. You're gay for that, by the way. You're very gay. However, they wanted to get like snide remarks in, right? Because they're older people, right? Maybe you look fucking stupid. Maybe you are stupid. And they want to say something about that. And usually, this is not for a good cause, right? However, there is a place for bullying, which is basically what I'm doing. I'm calling you out. I'm calling out features that you may have, such as social unawareness, and maybe you're fucking stupid, alright? This is me personally calling you out, you watching this video for some reason. Basically, I'm speaking directly to you, and if you hear me bring up a characteristic that does not describe you, that is no excuse for you to think that you are clear, alright? I'm still speaking directly to you, whether you have problems or not. Bullying is a good thing, alright? There's a place for bullying, and I should have got bullied more. It would have made me a better person, because I was an annoying fucker. I was a huge annoying fucker, and nobody really explicitly told me that. No one kicked me in the ribs and told me to shut the fuck up when they should have, because that's what I would do to somebody. I'd feel bad about it, but somebody should have done that to me and they didn't. And I had to find out the hard way. And no, getting kicked in the ribs and told to shut the fuck up is not the hard way. It might sound like it, The hard way of learning things is actually the long way, where you destroy your teenage years by being so unaware of your surroundings that you miss out on everything. All right, it happens. Sometimes it happens. It happened to me. All right, and if somebody would have just kicked me in the ribs, punched me in the nose, and said, "Hey, you're fucking stupid. I'm not doing this because I think it's funny. I'm doing this for your own good. Shut the fuck up." You know, maybe I could have made something of myself, right? But here I am sitting in the car with my nice and polite cousin holding the camera as I smoke a cigarette, right? Cigarettes are bad for you, by the way. If you start smoking, you're stupid. I'm no exception. I'm fucking stupid. But that does not mean you should take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. I'm speaking from experience, all right? I didn't have to read a book for this. In fact, if I read a book, I would have less credibility. I'm the founder of this subject. I'm the CEO of being a little fucker, a little shithead. And for all you know, I'm like your leader, right? I'm like Napoleon. I'm patient zero. I have all knowledge pertaining to being a little fucker. So you should take everything I say with several grains of salt, a billion perhaps, 1 billion grains of salt, and we're gonna get you to not being a little fucker.
1 billion subscribers.
1 billion subscribers. We're working on it, right? So, like, if I have 1 billion subscribers, let's say 1 billion people watch this video, and 10 of them, 10 of them, nah, not 10. All right, let's say 1 billion people watch this, and 100 million people take what I have to say to heart. They listen to me, and they change accordingly. That is 100 million people that are no longer little shits. That's 100 million people, right? Predominantly the United States, right? If you're from Europe, I'm sorry. Fuck you. I hate you. No, I don't. I love you. But not enough to hold you as high of a regard as an American. You guys are different than me, so I don't like you. Right, but I am your leader for all intents and purposes. I am your leader. And that's what's important. So, if you find yourself sitting alone at the lunch table, or if you think you're some kind of outcast lone wolf, hell yeah, dude, leader of the wolf pack, alpha male, I want you to watch this video, right? You should watch it all the way through. And until it makes sense, you keep watching it, right? Because I'm not making any sense right now in this moment. But once I edit it and post it, this is going to be the most concise, clear thing that I can tell you, right? The most information I can share on how to not be a little fucker, right? You shut your fucking mouth, right? And this is for the outcasts, the people that don't quite get it, right? Shut the fuck up. You're stupid. You don't know anything, right? So if people are being mean to you and you kind of don't know what to do, they're probably right. If they're calling you stupid or gay or fat, you are probably stupid, gay, and fat. And that does not mean that you can continue to be that way. You don't always grow out of that. You don't always grow out of being gay. You do not grow out of being fat. Now, obviously, if you are gay and fat, right, it's easy to say, yeah, I should hit the gym. And a lot of the time, that will make you less gay and less fat, because if you hit the gym. But really what it comes down to is don't eat so much, right? You may be thinking to yourself, man, I don't eat all that much. Yes, you do. You eat more than you think. You may see these people, these skinny people around you that eat just as much as you do. But these people eat less than you in private. They may be able to put away more food than you, like when you're eating pizza. Maybe they eat more slices than you. And you're like, well, damn, I'm not losing any weight and they're not gaining any. What the fuck? And you may be thinking, right, it's very popular to think, wow, I just have a slow metabolism. Yeah, that might be part of it. Or you should stop eating. You should starve yourself. You should definitely starve yourself. And you should starve yourself. Because that's going to take away that food, right? You may not be putting weight on, but you're certainly not losing weight. That's because you're replacing all of the calories that your body burns throughout the day. Now, it's very popular to say as well that you should have a good diet and exercise. Now, really, you only need one or the other. If you do both, that's good. You know, that's also good. But it's really about achieving that caloric deficit. All right, you need to burn more than you eat. So your body naturally burns about 2,000 calories per day. You can fact check this if you want, but if you do, you're an untrusting person and gay. So you should probably just stay listening, because we're going to fix that being gay part. So if you just sit in your caloric deficit each day, whether it be by exercising or eating less than your body burns naturally, by just sitting down or maybe walking to the fridge or putting a movie on with your hands, maybe you burn calories that way, because that does add up. Maybe you put on a bunch of movies on your television every day, but you're just sitting and being a lazy fuck. Maybe you should not be eating. Maybe you shouldn't eat that day. And that's going to burn the calories, and that's how you stop being fat. However, if that's how you stop being fat, you have a very high chance of still being gay afterwards, right? Consuming media, overly consuming media, will make you gay. I know a lot about this. I consumed media for most of my life, right? And that's how I learned everything that I know, right? Instead of having a role model, I had fucking Markiplier. Yeah, we'll go with Markiplier. I had PewDiePie, that Swedish fuck that said the N-word, right? Big ups to him. Overly consuming that type of media will make you gay. So that's how you stop being fat and gay, right? Now, the stop being dumb part is going to be a little different, because it'll take some effort. It's not just stop eating, alright? Because if you want to be smart, you actually have to consume, right? Overly consuming sugar. If you consume more sugar than your the nutrition guideline state, right? Which is like 60 grams of sugar a day, right? If I recall correctly, maybe 80, I don't know. 60 to 80 grams of sugar a day is the dietary default, right? That's what they recommend. If you consume more than that, but not in too much excess, your brain will work faster. Sugar will help kickstart glycolysis in your brain. Your nerves will connect to each other faster. Your thoughts will go faster. And this isn't really how you be smarter, but it's how you can at least be dumber faster. You can have all the dumb thoughts you want. You can double that shit, right? And it's just like being malnourished or sleep deprived will make you groggy and stupid, right? You fucking say dumb shit when you are tired, or if you're malnourished. It's like the opposite of that, right? You're giving your brain yummy candy. You're giving them cookies and shit, right? Fucking Mountain Dew, like soda pop, something that has a lot of sugar and is easy to consume, right? Drinking a lot of that, you will feel your brain go faster. This is not me lying to you. I have nothing to gain from lying to you about drinking sugar, right? Now this does go against not being fat, right? Sugar will make you fat. And you don't really have to choose between being smart and being fat. And sometimes consuming this much sugar will get you bullied more. Yeah, we're still on the bullying topic. I went on a tangent. You will get bullied more if you have stupid thoughts faster. Because you will think something stupid, maybe as a retort. Maybe someone calls you fat and gay, and you retort something like, yeah, but I fucked your mom. And you said it really fast, right? Because you processed that faster, and you thought that faster, so you said it faster. That is not impressive. No one is going to think that's cool, that you came up with that really fast. That's gay, and that's kind of what happened to me. I would say stupid shit like that. Not exactly that, but it was stupid. And it did happen fast, and I thought that was cool. I easily could think of something to say to someone. It was not of quality, and that's why I had no friends in school, right? That's why I was gay. That's why I was gay, fat, and stupid, right? Yeah, you can be book smart, right? You can be that gifted kid that I mentioned earlier. That gifted kid. You can be smart, I guess, but you are still stupid. You will never be as smart as you could be. Every day is a day that you can learn something new, right? It's like Gandhi said, live like this is your last day on earth and learn like you will never die, right? You should learn like you are a bastion of knowledge. You are a fountain of knowledge, and you can just keep adding to it. And you should think about that a lot, because it will push you to not be stupid. Expand your knowledge base. You should be able to know a lot of stuff about a lot of stuff, or at least a little bit about a lot, right? That's how you're smart. Knowing a lot about one thing is stupid, right? If you think you know a lot about computers or software, maybe you can code, that does not make you smart. That means you sat down and took a college class or watched a YouTube video. Anyone can do that. I've seen stupid people do that. Now, for those of you watching that actually know me, that is not explicitly somebody that I know. I'm not here to dunk on people that I like. Alright, that's not how I roll. Alright, I love everybody watching. Unless you don't like me. And then I still love you. Right, but you can still be smart and stupid at the same time. One is actually more important than the other. Alright? And the smart that I'm talking about is how to interact with people. You can know everything there is to know about pottery or fucking the periodic table. Maybe growing a tree faster than your neighbor. Maybe you know a lot about that, but at the end of the day, yeah, so if you walk up to a girl and you do not know how to talk to that girl, right? Maybe you watched too much anime. Maybe the anime dictates that you cannot know how to talk to girls. It's too hard. No one's ever done it before. If you are an otaku fucking loser weeaboo and you do not know how to talk to girls, this video is for you, right? This is what I'm talking about when I say you are stupid, alright? And that you should shut your mouth and relearn everything. Because you are a fucking idiot. You're a dumb bitch. And I want you to take that to heart, like I did. I really have no advice for how to achieve not being a loser. For one, stop watching anime, alright? There's some cool ones, right? Like One Punch Man. That's badass. That is super cool. Maybe even Death Note. Death Note's a little more on the gay side. However, it is pretty good, alright? But if you're watching shit like Konosuba with the blue-haired bitch, and they do explosions and water and shit, and it is innately sexual, that is gay, alright? If you have some kind of waifu, you are a bitch, alright? No one likes you. You may have a community that thinks like you, but to everybody else, you are a stupid bitch, and we don't like you. Now, you should 100% think about what I'm saying. It's going to make you a better person. It may sound mean, But for some of you, that's what you need. If you're making thirst traps on TikTok as a high schooler, you're a bitch. If you are posting pictures of you trying to look hard on Instagram, you are a bitch. But like I said, that's something you kind of got to figure out on your own. No one's going to do that for you. You just got to be more aware of how people look at you, how people talk to you, and how close people are willing to be with you. If a girl refuses to sit next to you, that might be your sign to stop being like you are, alright? Maybe stop being yourself. Never be yourself, alright? You should always pick a movie character and base your personality off of that, alright? Maybe Ryan Gosling from Drive, alright? Maybe you should be Ryan Gosling. Maybe you should be Christian Bale from American Psycho, alright? We've all been there. Every one of us has taken a personality from a movie, and sometimes it's gay, but other times you will find qualities that other people are warm to. Maybe it's your autistic way of saying things. Maybe it's your autistic cadence from American Psycho that makes people think, hey, this guy is interesting, rather than this guy is weird. We don't like him. And that's why we gotta talk about it.
For an hour.
Yes. Alright, but that's the only tip I can give you, right? Be like the American Psycho, right? Now that might make me sound gay, and that's because it's supposed to. Taking your personality from a movie character is pathetic, but it is far less pathetic than how you are right now. If you have ever in your life found yourself described as I have described you today, right now, then you are far more pathetic than just stealing a personality from a movie, right? And that's the only tip I can give you. Otherwise, find it yourself. Just change for the better and don't be autistic. Now, the other topics. Finance. I wanted to talk about finance, alright? Just very quickly, it won't take me long. People like Dave Ramsey need to shut the fuck up. If this guy is the staple of your financial literacy class in high school, you should not be listening to him, right? Teachers are not to be trusted. They're just as stupid as you. That doesn't mean you shouldn't respect them, though, alright? I had a teacher that told me that blood was blue before it hits oxygen. If you seriously believe that, you need to have your head checked. This Dave Ramsey guy, the part that really irks me, right? And this is going to be very hypocritical of me to say this, is he will fight tooth and nail, hold on with white knuckles, and say that you should not get a credit card and you should always be debt-free. That is dumb as shit. He is fucking dumb as fuck. Now, this might sound really stupid for me, right? Saying it's not always bad to be in debt might sound dumb. And that's because you have not thought about what debt is, alright? To most people, debt is just owing somebody money, right? And you're like, well, I don't want to be in debt if I owe money. Okay, so
I don't want to be in debt if I owe money. This fucking guy.
We're keeping that in. Right, but people will constantly tell you, right, you don't want to be in debt, right? You do not want to be in debt because then you owe somebody money. And then these same people will tell you you have to go to college by any means necessary. They will Malcolm X college into your life. They will tell you, if you do not go to college, you're a failure. If you are going to college and owe thousands of dollars to student loan debt, you are a sucker. You are a schmuck. Alright? I could think of 3 different words that Jews will predominantly call suckers. right? And that's you. You are a sucker if you go to college and go into debt for college, right? To say college is the only reason you should be in debt, right? If you think that you should only be in debt just to go to college, you are a sucker. You are a bitch. Think about it. If debt is always bad except for college, why is that? Education, you're like learning something, you're getting a piece of paper, and you still can't find a job after that, and you're still in debt. You're still in debt. You're never going to pay that off until you're like 40. I'm not saying this just because I don't like college. In fact, if going to college and grabbing that degree important to you, you think spending that much money and going into that much debt is worth it, go for it, all right? I don't care if you do that, that's fine. If that is something you believe in is right and true, go for it. I want you to do that. I want you to go to college. But if you're going to college because somebody else told you to, because it's something that's expected of you, you're stupid, all right? If you're willing to go into that much debt, right, just because you think it's the right thing to do, just overall, right? College is not a yes or no question, right? It's a, is this good for you question. Is college going to be good for you? And it's important to take in finances and careers and time, right? You're going to spend 2 to 8 years in college just to get that piece of paper. And maybe you'll find a job with that piece of paper, and maybe you won't. But either way, you're spending thousands of dollars that are not yours. And you have to pay that back lest you get sued and killed. They will kill you. They love doing that. Now, why is this an important thing to touch on? It's because going into debt is not bad. You can go into debt and be just fine. In fact, that is how you get your credit score. So they let you go into debt a little more. It's kind of a ploy. But then again, you're not using your own money to buy shit you want. That's awesome. Like, if you have a Discover card or a Visa from like fucking, I don't care, Capital One, who cares, MasterCard, whatever. If you have one of those and you can buy like a fucking bitchin' car with that credit card, or maybe if you can buy Wendy's because you're hungry, that is not money out of your wallet just yet. And it is not limited to food. And it is not limited to college or buying vehicles. You can buy things with that money that is not yours. And you may not have the money that they are willing to give you right now. Let's say you need $1,000. Let's say you only have $400 in your wallet, in your bank account. But your lender, right, that would be your Discover card, is willing to give you $2,000 to use. You can use that $2,000 that you technically don't have to buy something. Maybe you can make a flip. Maybe you can buy stocks that you know are going to go up. Maybe like Bitcoin. Maybe if you went back in time, got a loan, and invested in Bitcoin, and fucking 100x to your fucking money. That is money that you didn't have that gave you an opportunity to make much, much more, to pay off your debts, and to lift you even higher, right? Temporarily going into debt, if you know it will pay off, right? If you are very confident that it will pay off, then do it. Do not be scared to go into debt. That being said, if you go into debt and stay there for too long, you will get fucked, right? Because that's what the system's designed to do. They don't just let you use this much money for the good of their own heart, just because they want to. They want you to get fucked. Do not stay in debt for that long. At least fucking do the minimum payment on your credit cards so they cannot fuck you in that manner, right? Like a mortgage, that's an acceptable form of debt. And no one really knows why. Just like college, right? The only thing is people have told you that that is okay. Alright, some of you may have noticed, all of you may have noticed that the recording is different. There's a reason for that. You can probably tell this is not where you were sitting seconds ago, alright? And Yomper's not here to hold the camera. So what that means is it's a new day. And I don't mean that in some inspiring way. It is the next day. What happened was the storage actually ran out. We could not get any more footage until we exported the footage that we got and recorded more. So where we left off was finance. And I believe I was talking about how buying a house and going to college were seen as acceptable reasons to go into debt. And honestly, I'm just kind of repeating myself. I was just kind of ranting. So we're just going to go ahead and finish that one up. There is one or two more topics that I want to talk about. For those of you that have gotten in almost an hour now, almost an hour of me just fucking rambling. Sometimes it's funny. To those of you still here, big ups. Good job. Seems like you want to get your shit together. And some of you that are astute, or those that put in the effort to listen to me outside of this occasion, may have noticed this sounds eerily similar to a Sam Hyde video, particularly Hyde Wars. And yes, that was kind of what I was going for. I obviously don't want to plagiarize Sam Hyde, right? But I do not believe Sam Hyde and I hold the same values on the importance of family, or at least he has not expressed those. However, on finance, I am ripping almost word for word, but not quite. It is paraphrasing still, so I don't feel bad about it. Something he has said in one of his Hyde Wars episodes. I believe it's called Buying in Bulk. This episode resonated with me. It's one of my favorite episodes. But the reason that I am putting that information in this video, almost word for word, is because it is behind a paywall. And I did pay for his Gumroad for almost a full year. So I felt like this information on credit cards and debt was so important that I'm putting it in this video because of how important it is. All right. And that is your explanation for why this feels like a Sam Hyde video. All right. Some of the aggression that I show in the video is also pretty on brand for Sam Hyde. And unfortunately, that's just because our personalities are similar. But as for that, that basically wraps up the topics I wanted to talk about for this video. To those of you that are subscribed or have subscribed from this video, I've been thinking about doing hoodies, right? And this isn't like channel hoodies, because why would I do that? I have 31 subscribers as like at the time of me posting this video. So that would be retarded. But I made my own personal logo, right? And it does contain information that I'm not willing to share yet, right? Because it's kind of silly and goofy. But it is a personal logo, and it has my first and last name. I'm not willing to do that, not yet anyway. But this logo is so bitching and kick ass that I thought this is going to look amazing on the front of hoodies, right? So that's what I'm going to do. All right, I'm going to buy the equipment to manufacture these hoodies, not the actual hoodies. I don't know how to sew and shit. I kind of know how to sew and shit. But just the designs, right? We're going to heat press vinyl onto that shit, right? And they're going to look good. So if you have any good, funny, schizophrenic ideas to put on the front or back of hoodies that will grab people's attention, but is not innately sexual or vulgar, enough to raise eyebrows, put that in the comments, and I might shout you out to my 31 subscribers. You'll be famous. The other thing I wanted to talk about was streaming. Streaming will be coming back. I'm going to get a webcam, because who just likes watching gameplay with some retard talking over it, alright? That's only funny sometimes. But really, you want to watch my face as I do shit in an online world that doesn't exist, alright? You want that. That's what you want, alright? I can tell. I can see it in your eyes. Fuck, this lighting is ass. Hold on. Check this shit out. Check this out. Oh! Oh! You like that? Money shot. Look at that. Fucking grease ball. So that's just it for streaming, really. That's pretty easy to talk about. And then lastly, my use of the word gay. I'm going to stand by that forever and always. All right? Whether I'm homophobic or not, right? You can take your guesses. Wouldn't you like to know? I'm not telling you. Obviously, when I say gay, I do not mean homosexual in this video. Do not take it that way. Not because I don't want you to think I'm that kind of person, but because that would misconstrue what I'm trying to say, all right? You know exactly what I mean by gay, all right? You're effeminate, and I don't like you. Fucking bald, dude. Look at that. This is what I would look like if I was bald. See this? Hold on. Yeah, dude, I'm fucking bald. Yeah, so that's what I would look like if I was bald. Right, but that's it. That's the video. Leave comments. I don't care if they're mean or if they're helpful, or if they're just, if you suck my dick in the comments, that's fine. Subscribe. Even if you fucking hate this video, subscribe. It'll be funny. You can at least say you were part of it. We're going to the fucking moon. We're going to the moon. Yeah, Mars. The fucking Mars rover. Oh, fuck. My hand was probably over the speaker. I'm not re-recording this. Thanks for watching, though. You may have noticed I rebranded the channel. If you're a real fan, you'll notice I rebranded the channel. This is to prevent litigation for when I inevitably make it big against my will. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna want to do other things, but I will hold up my end of the deal. I will keep making content, even if it sucks for you guys. That means a lot to me, that you guys go on the internet and take time to watch what I have to say. That's you fucking idiot, dude. You're so dumb. You're so stupid for that. I made a complete and total lapse in my judgment. All right, like and subscribe, comment. Check out my other videos too. I might put some up on the end screen here. Yeah, check that out. I make Bed Wars. Yeah, I make Bed Wars. Not anymore. Yeah, commentary, video essays, the whole shebang. I'll probably be making more of these. This will be a series. This is gonna be a series. Comment, and I'll say your name in the videos. Comment something funny, even if it's not funny. Womp.